All right, I started losing interest, and then it came back in another way. Now, I sometimes need some, right, as much as I would like to just not eat anything at all ever again. I also feel like I just need to have times where I eat and then also remember, because spiritual progress is very good. It's very good, but as much as you manage to struggle, you also need to acknowledge that there are limits. And you know, last time I kind of like spontaneously broke into song, but I cannot do this every day. I have these moments occasionally where I just wake up and suddenly I break out into song. But you know, energy used for singing is energy that's missing for other things. But sometimes if you feel dead and lonely, you may just start singing. But sometimes it needs a lot of convincing. Now I'm in the middle of choosing so many different things from what I would have normally chosen, because I'm being confronted with the reality that I have created for myself through choices, but also that other people kind of like helped create, right? So you've been raised by your parents, you were shown certain things and you mimic them. But there comes the point where you say, hey, it actually wasn't really me. And now you're trying to find something that's more like you. This is turmeric. Questionable in terms of quality, because it's so much for so cheap, but I don't know. Maybe you just have to take more then. This is ginger, which I have already for quite some time. You know, for some people this may be weird. I think it's enough. Ginger. Ground ginger. Right, if you're getting sick of ginger tea, right, you can add it to your muesli. Even works in cacao. Also ceremonial cacao. This is cinnamon. These are activating spices. But I also don't take the same spices every day. There are spices that I take, then I don't take them. I rather take spices like this than to take them in capsules, right? I rather take spices like this. So I actively engage with myself. You know, I've seen people that just like take, you know, like spices that are like in pills. But a much better way is to just change your diet, learn how to cook, and then intuitively choose which spices to put into your muesli or into your soup. I mean, if you've had muesli today, maybe tomorrow you can have something else. Right now I bought bread. Tomorrow I'll probably eat bread with eggs because somebody gave me eggs. Super nice. I also bought some tamarind. Where's that gonna go? What am I gonna eat it with? It has a sour taste. You can eat it for curries. You can eat it with anything. You can also just eat it like this. You can even put it in there. But this is with seeds. I want to check if there's something you can do with the seeds. I will not do this now. But what I may do, I may soak some chickpeas that I can bake and then I have a snack again. Actually, I think I'm going to do that now. I also changed the way I make videos. Because there was a time where I put a lot of effort into stylizing and putting effects and filters, but I started to get sick of it. And so I started to change it again. And that's important to me, personally. I like also change. And if I realize that I'm putting too much effort into YouTube, then I need to reduce effort for YouTube. And then I say, hey, you know, what's the message? It has to be super fancy? Or is the message, you know, raw? It's just, I recorded it like this, that's what you're gonna get. You know, that works much better for me, but it took me a lot of time. You know, it was nice to play around a little, and that's the message you get from women, right? We all like playing around a little, and now we're all hurt, right? Now we're all frustrated because we played around for too long and nobody wanted to stay. That's enough. If you can stick like glue in your mind to somebody you say you love, well then actions must follow. You cannot say you pick a wife and then choose someone else. There's places I don't go anymore because there were too many women trying to hit on me. And these women should know. Women, like true women, actually know whether a man is married or not. A true woman knows this. She would not. Yeah, I'm gonna finish it because otherwise I think it's just gonna go bad. And I do eat a decent amount of food. If I eat, I eat. And I'm super slim, right? There's always something I do with whatever I take in because I'm transforming. Wow, this is okay. Wow, has a good amount of spice. Because I have an active lifestyle. And sometimes I wake up, I feel dead. And then sometimes I need a lot of time before I actually can rise from the ashes of the shame of having given in to sleep. How could I do this? I wanted to be awake and now I slept again. Why? Oh, why? Oh, me, oh, my, oh, why must I sleep? I don't know. Sleep can be nice. The way my life has been going, I struggle as much as I can against sleep. This is pepper. It's like mixed pepper. In an ideal world, it would be black pepper because of the pepperine. The pepperine that activates the turmeric and makes it more accessible to the body. What kind of bullshit people come up with? If you eat turmeric with black pepper, it's 1,000 times more active. What are you even talking about? I mean, this is just bullshit. Who comes up with this stuff? Nature doesn't need this. You know, you eat it, you don't eat it, right? That's the easiest thing you can do. Okay. But I have to say, sometimes I make choices and suddenly I feel so much better. Suddenly I feel so much better. It's like, what? Why did it take me so long to choose this? Well, because you had to be certain. You just had to be certain. And there's just things I just reject. As much as they're being offered, I have chosen already. And then you have to stick with the choice. And nobody can just barge into your space anymore and just say, What do you mean you've chosen? You could have had something else. Well, it's not my problem you don't like my choice. It's your problem. Because if I choose, for something, then something else, remains unchosen by me. So if I don't want you as a friend because you have like weird motives, I'm gonna replace you. I'm sorry, but I tried. You were reluctant to change, because it's like these typical friends that just want to keep smoking. No, I just want to smoke a little bit longer, until it's bad enough. And I actually have to change something. Like this choice to make YouTube less complicated was the best thing in the world. What's the best thing in the world? Just make it simple. Why does it have, I don't have to put so much effort into this. I already did it. Now it's gonna, back to simplicity. Just back to simplicity. Just keep it simple, right? Keep it simple. That's the easiest message. Reducing it as much as you can. Get used to cold water in summer already, right? I don't know. I don't want to go to the sauna, but at the same time I do. But then again, I do not, because everywhere I go, people are just so sick. And, it just means a lot of work. And then if you're there naked, you just feel like, oh wow, ooh, let's get together sometime. Yeah, I cannot, sorry. I've already chosen. Yeah, but are you really sure you've chosen? Yeah, I think so. And after I've told you that I've already chosen, and you offer me an open relationship, like, why are you trying to barge into my emotional space? I mean, I tell you I've chosen, and if you're starting to question that choice, I know even more why I've chosen. Because you clearly cannot choose, right? You'll just jump around from guy to guy. And then you'll just feel more used. Well, if that's what you wanted, just get used, then keep getting used, but you'll not use me. That's your pit. That's what you're struggling against. I've already chosen, and now I'm stuck in place, So apparently it was a good choice, because I can finally relax into, hey, I've chosen, Sometimes I may wake up and not like the choice because I'm still alone, and sometimes I may wake up and say, hey, I think it's okay, Because if you choose a woman and you say, okay, that's her and nobody else, and then she chooses against you, you can always say, hey, okay, I've chosen, but now she chose someone else, and her choice liberated me from having to stick it out with a woman. I can learn how to live without having sex. I can learn how to live without. This is liberation. Some people don't understand this. Because if you're okay in and out of yourself, then this is like true love. This is like, wow! Think of all the hiking I can do. Think of all the things I can do and discover about myself that I could never, in a relationship where always somebody comes and wants something from you. Like, yeah, sorry. I mean, what I found is that I feel like I have to be attracted to the woman. And there's only one woman now that I can remember where I ever felt like, wow, she's like, to me, she's super attractive. There were a lot of women where just nothing happened. Like, they were trying really hard and I was like, yeah. Sorry. I mean, as nice as this is, but this is not really me. So, whatever your woman is, it has to be your mirror. And that's the challenge, because a lot of us think, you know, they're either better or worse than what they actually are. So if you always choose better than yourself, then what you will realize is that you will have a lot of unfulfilled relationships. But if you always choose worse, well, kind of the same. It may not matter to you, but you will never reach your full potential. And I wanted to reach my full potential, and so I just made a choice, and I don't know, I'm still here. I'm owning what you may call being single, at least like, I'm trying to own it, you know, I'm trying to make it as palpable to myself as I can, so I have to find little things that make me happy, so I can carry that happiness into, you know, then married life. Apparently right now it's about figuring out who I am. And that took me a long damn time. So, yeah, see, and suddenly I'm singing again, you know, what's the purpose of that? Why am I singing, you know? It's so much easier. You know, if I know I don't have to put all that work into these videos, you know, I can just record it, because what matters is that I'm sharing myself. It's not about how fancy it looks, or to be like, oh yeah, I have to give them an experience. This is already an experience. Hey, I'm making breakfast, but I wanted to see his nipple one more time. But I wanted to see his face. Oh, he's got such beautiful eyebrows. You know, I'll pluck mine so they look like his. What's the point? It's self-acceptance. No more plucking of eyebrows. No more shaving away of pubic hair. No more getting rid of like whatever, you know. He'll just let it grow and then you'll just see. And that's the whole purpose of acceptance. And then you have these spiritual women or these, you know, wild nomads. Oh, I need one more tattoo. Oh, I need dreadlocks. Oh, but he also has dreadlocks. Oh, I need like weird loopies in my ears. You know, I need this, I need that. Just, you see these, oh no, everybody has hair like this. I have to shave mine in a circular way and then have dreadlocks on top so I'll look super special. What, you want me to sweep? I don't want to sweep. I want to look fancy. I want to have red hair. You know, I want to have a henna tattoo. I want to have this, you know, I want to look like... It's like, what do you want to look like? Spirituality is the worst because yeah, everybody always says it's, you know, I'm following the true path. What's the true path, my friend? You know, it's dreadlocks, it's faking smiles, it's making content that you hate. You know, I did the content that I liked until it started to annoy me and I said, this is not maintainable. If I do this, it has to be simple and it has to be like this. Yesterday, the postman came and he said, oh, finally somebody who's happy when I come. Yeah, because there's happiness pouring out of me, you know, as long as you respect me. Okay, you know, this is the meal I'm gonna eat now. And then I'm gonna go and deliver my entrance art thing for a contest about conservation. And that's it.